Well, it's midnight, past midnight right now. Just ate some top ramen. Now I have a strange urge to play some Call of Duty or something like that. But I don't know. Not going to do that. I want to talk about artificial intelligence. Yeah, I've been trying to kind of figure out how this is all going to go. How AI is going to evolve into the Terminator or the Jetsons or whatever. What's going to happen with all this? Really, I think I related a lot to the internet. How the internet came in and the cycle that the internet went through. Everything's looking very, very similar with artificial intelligence. When the internet came out, I remember it from 97. That's when we got our computer. We had America Online. They actually had free internet back then. Net Zero was a company. You just download Net Zero onto your computer. You got free internet. You just have to watch a banner that's about yay big that says Net Zero across your computer forever. But it's free, Anyway, when that came out, people thought it was going to flop. Nobody really believed that this weird thing over phone lines can change lives, take jobs, all this stuff. But it started getting popular. And when 2000 started coming around, the amount of money in the markets that went into the internet was mind-boggling. Now, with AI has come out. People are trying to figure out what's going on. It's a little bit different with this because I think a lot of people think it's the end of the world, that it's the dystopian future that we're not going to be able to escape, and we open Pandora's box and it's all over now. Might be true. But right now, the average, I'm going to say average person, I'm getting old. This is weird as you age. But I would say people over 30 have not fully adapted to it. There's a lot of people that haven't adapted to it. I think people that are younger, whatever age group is really into the technology right now, that really have this AI down pretty well, those are the ones that kind of understand it. But those were the ones that were already creating a whole black market on the internet when we just had the World Wide Web. It's a smaller group of people, but the masses didn't understand the internet. So that's kind of where we are with AI. Then came in this massive investment into internet. Put .com on the end of your company. You don't even have to have a history of anything. You put it out for public trade and you're making money. You just invest into anything that says .com on it and you're going to do really, really well. Until you don't, which was the 2001 bubble bust. So let's go to AI. How's that looking with AI? Exactly the same. For the last 2 years, if you put AI in a conference call, earnings reports, transcripts, names of companies, anything that's associated with AI, your stocks did like 200% in the last couple of years. Ridiculous gains. And the market in the technology with the NASDAQ and stuff like that has just been going parabolic. It's lots and lots of money have gone into AI companies. So the bubble busted with the internet. The bubble is going to bust here. All the experts are coming out. They're saying it now. The P&Es are overvalued. It's just not a good time to invest from Investing 101. Just looking at it, even if you don't know anything about it. No, you don't. Do that. People that don't know anything about it usually invest at the wrong time, so that they would be investing right now. But all the experts out are saying there's a bubble that's about to bust. Is that the end of the economy? No. The markets? No. Artificial intelligence ain't going anywhere. In fact, this is going to be the birth of artificial intelligence and all this kind of stuff. Just like the 2000s were really the birth of what the internet has become today. We got cell phones. We got cell apps. We got artificial intelligence. We got websites like Amazon and big time corporations. Google didn't exist back then. It didn't exist in the 90s. I don't know exactly when they got started, but they came after the whole crash happened. This is going to happen to AI as well. We're going to have this crash. NVIDIA is going to take a huge hit. Apple, Tesla, Microchip, I think it is, Taiwan Semiconductor, all these companies that are involved with AI are going to take a big hit. They're going to take a big hit. Right now, I am thinking for myself, I'd look more towards like consumer staples. People have to buy soap. They have to buy certain things, invest into that type of market, or like utilities or something like that. But I'm not going to even worry about that at all. I haven't been involved with the market a whole lot lately, except for looking at it recently. I am invested in not quite a bit. It's not that much money, but I'm invested into Smith & Wesson. When this Charlie Kirk incident happened, take a look at the stocks. And I really wanted to get into Smith & Wesson for this type of thing, but personally, I don't think this is anything. It could escalate into a lot of fear where Smith & Wesson is going to go up, but I think that's going to be for another thing. That's down the road, my Smith & Wesson investment. But stocks are going to crash. We're going to find the Googles. We're going to find the Amazons after this AI bubble crash. I don't know what the companies are. It may be an existing one. We're going to have companies right now that you would never think to go out of business get wiped off the map. That happens every single time. And we're going to have companies that go all the way down to just about zero, recover, and then be one of the titans, like an Amazon. And then we're going to have them come out of the roots from nowhere, which are the ones I'm going to be looking for, and that's going to be like the Google. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity to, as far as investing goes, to invest down there. The bad thing is you and me are going to be hurting pretty bad at that point in our lives. So if you don't have a plan together now or soon to put money aside, and do not touch it until this whole mess starts recovering, you'll do good if you do that. But it's very easy to spend money on important things in life when times are hard and things are hurt. So that's why people that have a little bit of money make a lot of money in a recession. It's just a thing. It's the way it goes. So look at how the internet has gone. Okay, yeah, we got Google, we got Amazon, we got all this stuff. Look at what happened with cell phones and smartphones. That changed everything, but that's all based on the internet. Yeah, we had phones that went on the internet, but that's where LOL came from, SOS came from, LMFAO came from. That was before smartphones, when you actually had to go 555-339-111 to get 4 letters, you know? So it took a long time to type. So if you can condense a thing down to LOL, it's a lot easier. Smartphones changed everything. Apps changed everything. Business apps, and the way that you can use a tablet for business and have Intuit books, Intuit QuickBooks on your phone to run a business is just, if you thought about that when the internet came out, no way. You know, I mean, so we're going to get there with AI. I think there's going to be a race when DVDs became big and they were coming out with this newer technology that was high definition, 1080p. They started making TVs like this, and they said, okay, we got to get the home movie experience in with this new high definition. So they got Panasonic and they got Sony. They had the best products, putting out the best products, and said, okay, make me a high definition disc and player that can operate in 1080p or whatever their conditions were. I don't know. Panasonic came out with HD DVD. Sony came out with one called Blu-ray. And as we know, Blu-ray won that race. I think the same thing is going to happen with AI. We're going to have a race to find out who's going to run the core AI for the world, I'm sure. Of course, geopolitically and conflicts will decide really who that's going to be, but the system's going to be there. This may coincide with conflict as well, so it might take a long time to get to that point. So keep that in mind. But in just a general sense, to say that we're not going to go to World War III starting with Russia, we hit this bottom, these companies are going to be created. We're not really going to know at first until you start hearing these little chirps from the birdies that, hey, this is coming up, they're doing this, they're doing this. Those are the ones I'm going to be looking for. That is going to be the creation of the AI as we're going to know it. We got to find these companies that are willing to put everything in, combined with these data centers to start running this mega system. It may start in a few states, it may go regional within our country or worldwide. Nobody really knows. By the look of the size of these data centers, you'd think it's interplanetary. But apparently it takes a lot of memory, storage, and all these big, massive supercomputer cities. I also think that when that is built, that is going to be our World Wide Web. We got the internet, we got the basic core system of it. Now, what can we do with this? Just like we did in 2001, 2002. How can we use the internet? The military started using the internet through satellite and controlling things. We probably got a lot of drone warfare. I don't know much about the military and the internet other than it came from the military. So I'm not going to get into that. I just kind of had to stop myself. But everything is going to attach to this main artery of AI. Your home is going to attach to it like its own little branch. Your vehicle will, your job will, your medical will. You may be able to have medical at all times in your house. Go into your restroom and then enter the AI doctor that is vetted by you to help you out and all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be these different branches that plug into this main artery. Kind of like the internet does with websites, with Wi-Fi, with like all these different things that we have that connect to the World Wide Web. You know, it's so far out there that we never even hear World Wide Web anymore, but that was the beginning main vein of the internet. So we're going to end up, I think, living in a world, and it's going to take time, but we're going to live in a world where everything is going to be connected to the system, whatever this system is called or whatever it is. Everything is going to be connected to it. Everything about you, 100% of your personal information, your banking, all of your records, everything is going to have full access from the government or whoever's running it. I'm guessing it's going to be the government or whatever government is in charge as the world superpower at the time. And yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting. Everything is going to be scanned by artificial intelligence in your life, possibly inside your home, depending on how far this reach goes. I think that's a little bit of a long shot, but you know, this can go really, really far. But as soon as you step into the public, you're going to be in the system. You're going to be monitored. You're going to be watched, analyzed, arrested on the spot if you do something illegal. You know, I don't know. They might have robot cops that can pop out from anywhere, drop out of a freaking drone and cuff you and slam you on the ground and treat you like Rodney King. Because that ain't going to change. We know that. I don't care if they're robots. No, that's kind of messed up. But you get what I'm saying. I'm tired. It's late. So yeah, it's just, I've been thinking about like how AI is going to do this. And I think there's going to be opportunities. There's going to be businesses made that don't exist now. AI companionship with other companies. The wrong verbiage there, but to help each other out, or at least a service of AI to be able to go into different industries, lives, personal coaching, or I mean, everything can possibly be benefited by AI. So It's going to be really interesting. We got to get through this whole shit show of World War III before we see all of this, but it's going to happen. And it can happen on an economic only scale, but I don't really think that's the only thing that is going on in this world right now. So I'm thinking about things a little bit different. So anyway, just wanted to go ahead and touch on this, talk about AI. I don't talk about AI very much. I play around with it every once in a while, and it's pretty cool for just figuring out some quick algebra or something like that, things that I just don't want to think about and crunch numbers on. It does the job okay about half the time. So it's going to get better. I'm just using Gemini free. I'm not paying for a subscription. I hear Grok is good, but it's not worth money yet. Once things get more impactful in lives, maybe a subscription will be worth it, but not right now. So, yeah, anyway, just wanted to talk about AI a little bit today, and that's about it. I'll wrap it up. I'll talk to you guys next time. Till then, peace. It's far away now.